Am I the a-hole for having someone's car towed that's parked in my spot? So I, 32 female, have a chronic condition that makes it difficult to walk long distances. When I do, I get a flare-up and I need to use a breathing machine. My condition is not classified as a disability, but it's still serious nonetheless. I pay for a parking spot in my apartment complex that is close to my apartment because the regular parking spots can be so full that people in my building have to park down and across the street. A classic apartment nonsense, you know? We all have to deal with it. I wish apartment complexes would just build enough parking spots. You know how many people are going to live there. You know how many apartments are in your complex. Build enough spaces. The parking spot has my apartment number on it and even has a towing enforced marker on it. But when I got home from work, my parking spot was taken. I found a parking spot close to my building that was open, so I decided to let it go and give them a few hours to see if they leave, but they didn't. I called the tow company and they said my property manager would have to call to get the car towed. I had to wait until the next day. The next morning, the car was still there. I was thinking that they may be gone by the time I got home from work. That's some wishful thinking right there. I went to the property manager and they had to call a tow. Meanwhile, I had to park far away from my spot until the tow came in a few hours later. Later that night, my mom was outside and saw a woman crying with her kids saying that her car got towed. My mom is calling me the a-hole and saying that I should feel ashamed of myself for having that woman's car towed. I didn't know whose car it was or whether they had kids. But now I feel so guilty about it. I felt like if that person was entitled enough to park in a reserved parking spot without repercussions, that they would do it again. I didn't know what else to do. Am I the a-hole? You're not the a-hole. I don't understand why this is so hard for people to understand. Even if they just moved in there, which is very unlikely, or they were just visiting, which why did they park there for almost 2 whole days without moving their car if they were just visiting? No matter which way you spin it, you can't be the asshole in the situation. You have the parking spot that you paid for. It has your number on it, and it even says towing enforced. People get this idea that everything is theirs. What could possibly happen? I'll even park in a disabled spot, right? That's what people think. Unless you actually tow their car, unless they actually feel like something bad can happen, they're never going to learn. Because they wouldn't have learned from that situation. They would have kept parking in your spot, parking wherever they pleased because they felt like, and it's always this, right? It's, oh, I was just going inside for a second. I was only going to do it for a little bit. I have kids, so I didn't want to have them walk so far. Like, no matter what excuse you have, it doesn't matter. Like, I have a disability to where I'm just like this person. I can't walk long distances sometimes. I would have a spot right next to my apartment complex that literally had reserved on it. Got at least 3 to 4 people in my year of living in an apartment complex towed because nobody wanted to respect my spot. Not the a-hole. Let me know what y'all think. Blip, blip, blop, blippidim dop. Dippy dippy dop dop dippity dop.